What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the Peptide of the Week podcast. I am your host, JD Denham, and fresh back from the big island of Hawaii is my buddy and my co-host, William T. Haas. Welcome home, my friend.
What's up, man? It's good to be home, actually.
How was your trip? We all want to know. Tell us all about it.
It was amazing. I got to be there with family. I went with my girlfriend, her sister, her child, 9-year-old boy, and their mother, and me.
Wow.
So it was really good. It was good to spend some good time with her family, even though I've already known them for a little while, and they're awesome and easygoing. Their kids, he's a boy, and he's fun. At least I have somebody to play catch with and play football, play catch with constantly.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. I like doing that. So it's like me throwing the balls, trying to get him to, slam into the waves while catching the football. Jumping off pool decks when he's not supposed to catch the football, and eating all my ice cream in the freezer. Yeah, but dude, I don't know. It was a great time. It was. I kind of stayed out of the sun the last couple days, so I don't look as freshly tan. But
I was thinking that.
But whatever. I kind of stay tan. We live in this gorgeous, sunny place all year round, anyway. In Huntington Beach, Southern California. But dude, I don't know. It was a really good time. We did some extracurricular exploring, which we spent a little too much time in the car, if you ask me, for a relaxing vacation. But we saw the volcano, which actually erupted 5 days prior for the first time in a long time. Actual lava was spewing out, which we did not see, but we saw the caldera and all the vents. We went to Kilauea. Black Sand Beach. Too many pictures. The girls always wanted me to pose for pictures.
Will doesn't do that for everybody listening. To even get him on this podcast, it was pulling teeth. But I hope everybody enjoyed the last podcast. It was a little bit unique. I listened to it because I hadn't listened to it in a while, and it's so funny just that was we did that a year and a half ago, not even having any of this clue we would be sitting down and having a podcast. But you could tell we jived even back then, man. So that's pretty cool, man. So we are appreciative. So many people are tuning in. That the podcast is growing at a very rapid pace, and we are very, very, very blessed, and we're just stoked that people like it, man. So thank you all for tuning in so much. And these are the good days. I like going through the questions. There's not as many as normal. I was slow to get the link up. I'll be better at that, my friends. But you want me to start us off, or you want to start us off?
I will start us off. Why not? Okay. Let me get this in front of me here. All right. So what's up, guys? I'm a huge fan of you too, and you have changed my whole outlook on health and recovery. I'm past 40. I was hesitant about CJC 1295 before your last podcast, but now we'll be ordering some. My question is, my better half works out 5 times a week and has a good diet. She wants to tone up a bit, but is nervous about injections. Is there anything that she can take in a pill form or a peptide that has less frequent injections to tone up? She's 43 years young. Good man. Prayers for a speedy recovery on your back, JD, as I'm considering back surgery myself. Been a firefighter for a long time, and my back is not in good shape. God bless.
Awesome, Al. Thank you for that. I thank you. First off, that just was thanks for all the kind words within that question. We appreciate you, man. And my suggestion for your bride, well, SLU-P P P-332 would be great. It's an exercise mimetic, so she might start there. I think it's a great peptide, so she would get a lot out of it for 1. It's in pill form for 2. So start there. But what I would recommend is maybe an NAD that you can do, NAD plus, where you can do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and get a lot out of it. And to be honest with you, brother, I think the minute she takes her first injection, she will realize that it's nothing, and she would be open to taking more injections because it's nothing. It's an insulin needle. I've had so many people that are so worried about the injection, and I help them do the first one. They're like, that's it. That's it. So then she can move into some different types of peptides like a Tesamorelin and an AOD. I think those two would be great for your bride. I have my bride on those two, and my bride looks amazing. So I would start the SLU-P P-332 in the pill form, and then I would move and try the NAD, which is maybe she can run Monday, Wednesday, Friday, start there. And I think that will open the door for her realizing that she'll try many more.
Yeah. Also, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Dude, I mean, everything he said, first of all, yeah, the injection's nothing. I think the most people find are worried about it, and they do it, and they're like, oh, that's it? Well, what the hell? Big deal.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I think that RETA is amazing, even if, so it's not like these other, like, semaglutide or tirzepatide where it's just going to kill your appetite. It is great for active people who are actually working out because it allows you to have an appetite. She's still going to be able to eat protein. It is just going to work wonders and cut her up a little bit. I mean, honestly, it's 3 times a week maximum injection. So if you're going to do NAD 3 times a week, might as well do RETA, but you can even really just do it twice a week. Especially for her, so she's already got good
eating habits,
good habits, and work ethic.
Right.
To try that, give her a little bit of a low dose of RETA.
Yeah, what would you say?
Maybe
Like
3 times. I mean,
Monday and Friday.
Yeah.
Probably
Monday, Thursday, right? We got a 7-day week, so there can't be perfectly spaced out days. But have her try that. But he's right. The SLU-P P-332 in a sublingual tablet. That is the best delivery system.
For that peptide in particular.
Also, you'll probably find peptides out there like you'll find every injectable peptide in a pill from somebody. Not all of them work, dude. If you just see a peptide like, great, oh look, it's in a pill, it's not gonna work, dude. There's too many people out there just trying to make some money, and then so they'll just put a peptide in a capsule and say it works, but it really does nothing because it's just not bioavailable in that form. So don't waste your money on that.
That's a good. I think people need to understand that everybody's jumping on the peptide train. Which is amazing. The thing is, you're obviously going to see some people that have just some companies that have just do peptides for one, and two, they're going to make peptides with in pill form that just aren't there yet. It's not there yet. Peptides right now, most of them need to be injected. It's just the way it is. It is what it is. I think that will progress and get better, but right now that's just what it is. Just so you know. All right.
Oh yeah.
Next one. Warriors. I just had surgery last Friday on a cyst on my chest. I had 7 stitches. I was thinking of trying GHK-CU to help with the healing. Should I take GHK-CU sub-Q or inject near the wound? Will it hurt? My stitches, yes, it will hurt. It will hurt probably quite a bit. So my suggestion is definitely sub-Q. It'll travel through your body perfectly fine. It will definitely help. It's there for wounds and cuts and scars. That's one of the things where GHK-CU shines. Another idea is what I've been doing for my back, is most people know because I throw it out there. I just had back surgery, and on my scar, I have been using the GHK-CU Snap 8 face serum and rubbing it all over my back on my scar. So that's something that you can rub on the scar that won't sting like a son of a bitch. If you inject it near that scar, you're going to be hurting, dude. So just sub-Q.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're better off taking like the Glow blend. They're doing BPC, TB500, and GHK-CU, right? GHK-CU is really kind of working on the dermis layer in your skin healing, yes, but BPC, TB500 are going to do nothing but help. They will also really help the healing of that wound. And if it's BPC, I still would put them all sub-Q. It'll help, and I would do them sub-Q. But that's 3 times as much money because you're taking 2 extra things. GHK-CU is the one that will really help the most, and I would go sub-Q. I wouldn't drip it either, like on the actual GHK-CU. I would use the serum on the wound, but not like the liquid peptide and then just kind of drip it on there, nor really inject right into the site.
There you go.
All right. Okay, I got you. This is my first time using peptides, and it's great. I'm running CJC 1295 plus Tesamorelin blend with a BPC 157 and TB 500, which is also known as thymosin beta 4. Well, if you're actually getting thymosin beta 4, which you should be. Blend for my knees and lower back, which has done wonders for me. Now I'm wanting to use IGF-1 LR3, but I'm not sure when to start it because I'm currently running a cycle. So would I wait to cycle off or just start it? Also, what's the best to run with IGF-1 LR3 and what doses? All right, I'll go. Sure. So, it's good on the CGC IPA BPC TV 500. Awesome. Okay. So running a cycle, I'm assuming you're doing some like at least testosterone and maybe some other steroids with it. Good for you. I mean, I'm neither condoning nor saying anything on that one. But what I would maximize that cycle. I mean, shoot, IGF-1 LR3 is really, really, really helping with your nutrient partitioning. Okay, so it is just when you lift weights and we tear our muscles down, now our body needs protein to rebuild those muscles. When taking IGF-1 LR3, that is just, I don't know, super feeding. It's just taking all of your damn protein and the carbs that you eat, right, and shoving them in your muscles for maximum growth. So your body is already repairing, 24/7 because that's what steroids do, and protein synthesis is going through the roof. I would use it. I would do it about 8 weeks while on the cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
And eat incredibly well. Do what, have a little bit of, I would do it post workout, with some carbs and protein at the same time. You want those carbs to help shuttle the protein in there. So I would do it for about 8 weeks on cycle, and then I would, finish the cycle maybe off of that. It doesn't matter when you do it on the cycle right now. Do your post cycle, and then during your post cycle, right after that, that's your worst time, right? There is a little bit of a letdown. You do a post cycle so you don't lose a bunch of muscle, but hell, I mean, I try to stress to people, eat more post cycle, work out harder post cycle, right? That's when your muscles really, really need the food. You want to keep all the gains that you got. So I would run the damn thing again, basically right when I finish the post cycle for another 8 weeks and keep lifting and keep eating. It is really going to just help get more protein into your damn muscles and make sure you don't go catabolic, lose anything of what you just gained. And that will give you an adequate break because you're cycling it, right? 8 weeks on during the cycle, take a little bit off, take a month off, do your post cycle, and then do it again.
Yeah, because we usually talk about for most peptides to run them a good 90 days. That's generally like a general rule of thumb because you got to let the peptides do what the peptides do. It's not an overnight thing. You're not going to get to what you want like a steroid cycle. They're just not there. But IGF-1 LR3 is a little bit different. We generally suggest it for about 8 weeks and then take some time off and then run it again. One of the cool things that I like to do for people is, if you're running steroid cycles, again, no judgment, that's cool. And for people that don't know what he's talking about, I'm on cycle. You run on a steroid cycle. When you come off and you're doing your PCT, take an MK677. MK677 in particular would help you increase your own human growth hormone. And just my own personal experience with MK677 is I keep some bulk. More than anything. I just got done with a surgery and I lost some weight, not as much as I was expecting, to be honest with you, but I haven't ran MK677 in quite a while, and I'm going to start it tonight. Tonight will be my first time taking MK6 in quite some time because I'm trying to get some leaner muscle back, bigger muscle back, and MK will help as you come off. Try that.
Absolutely. It'll help. It'll boost your hunger too, which is one of the big parts in the post cycle, right? You're just not feeling as motivated at the gym. You're not feeling as hungry, right? That's why really nobody should be doing cycles unless you already have good work ethic, because when you feel a little bit less than the quitters quit.
Easy.
You don't want to be that way.
Oh, right. Takes a little while to get back there.
Yeah.
I'm 39 and I train CrossFit 6 days a week. Right now, I'm running a low dose of retatrutide and wrapping up a cycle of CJC, 1295 Tesamorelin. My goal isn't to drop a ton of weight, but more to lean out and sharpen my performance. What would you recommend a solid next stack to help me keep progressing? Take that one.
Sure. So I would do some for a CrossFit athlete 6 days a week. Good for you at 39. Right on, man. Keep going. I would do the SLU-P tablets, the SLU-P P-332 sublingual tabs. That is also helps you with nutrient partitioning because your body's getting beat up and you need some more vitamin, protein, etc. in your muscles. It also is a performance enhancer. It'll help your endurance. Another thing to try that is Cardarine, aka GW-501-516. That stuff's awesome. I love it. It boosts the hell out of your endurance. And prioritizes fat burning over carbs, kind of similar to what keto does to a person's body, right? It starts using just your fat for fuel. So you'll notice it to lean you out, but it also your performance and endurance will kick up. I also, well, I don't know. I think RETA is awesome, even a super low dose to just help your brain. It's a very minimum. But hell, I would even maybe give a couple weeks off the CGC 1295 Ipamorelin and start with maybe Tesamorelin Ipamorelin.
Yeah.
Or better yet, just start doing some low dose HGH, right? You're 39 years old. You're obviously living, hard. You're exercising hard, dude. It's at a low dose over time. That will do you very good. Now, it's not an immediate fix, but start it now and just keep running it.
Yeah,
low dose, 2 IUs a day or something like that, right? And first thing in the morning. Yeah.
Love it.
There's a ton of other things, dude, but again, I don't want to just stack 10 things on people. I want you to try a few things so you know what is working, what's happening, and then you can go do that again or choose something else to try.
Yeah, if you're looking to get ripped and lean, man, I got to tell you, man, HGH to me is like the holy grail in regards, it's up there with testosterone. Testosterone and HGH is right under it. For anybody over 40, I just think everybody should be running low dose of HGH. That's 2 IUs, no more. You don't need any more. Again, like Will said, it's a longer play. It takes a while for you really to kind of hit the stride on that, but you'll notice after 6 months of human growth hormone that you will be able to lean up a little bit quicker. You just notice it. So I would say that you're 39, you're getting to that. So maybe throw 2 IUs of HGH in the morning. And dude, I would throw in maybe an AOD in the morning and a Tesamorelin at night. You want to get ripped? Those will do it, man. That really would. If you're still going to keep the little bit of retatrutide, those 4 will rip you up. I promise. 100%.
That is true. They will rip you up. 5-amino 1MQ too, man.
5-amino is great, man. 5-amino is great. Shoot, that's the beautiful thing about peptides, man. There are so many, and they do so many that do just amazing things, man.
MOTC and SS31 in combination, like high doses of SS31, right, to help your mitochondrial energy and increase your energy just on your cellular energy. Dude. There's a ton of things to try, but try some things incrementally.
Yeah. All right. I never felt NAD plus like other people when they say they feel it instantly. Does that mean I don't need it? Is it common, but it's still doing something? My husband as well doesn't feel anything. Well, my answer to that is I don't really know exactly what you're looking to feel. I would imagine you're saying that you want to feel more energetic. That's one of the things, kind of a pure energy that I know a lot of people get with NAD. But I can't tell you that I'm not really not understanding what you're expecting to feel instantly. Only peptide, in my opinion, that you're going to see results almost instantly is going to be a GLP-1 peptide, semaglutide, tirzepatide, retatrutide, which we obviously lean more towards retatrutide these days. It's just a superior GLP-1. You'll notice those right away, but NAD, I can't say that you should expect to really feel anything. I don't know, man. Will, you got anything else on that?
Yeah, I am definitely the type of person that doesn't feel drugs in general very much. I know people will say, oh, try this. They're like, oh, this is amazing. The trees looked clearer. And I don't, all right, I guess I feel it. No. So I have had tons of people tell me that, yeah, they feel their NAD, feel more energy, but brain fog lifted, and feel a lot more clarity of thought. And not instantly. So not instantly, but after a few weeks of consistently taking it, I think that, first of all, to answer this question, though, Well, the instant effects from NAD is any like potential like tingling sensation. Okay, some people like that.
High
Some
dose.
people, yeah, you need to get a bit higher dose. Some people like it. I've personally done it in extremely high dose, and it made me go like overwhelming, tingly, like I couldn't move.
Yeah.
That was too much, and I don't think anybody's going to enjoy that. But you need to slowly kind of work your way up, right, to find your correct dose. If you and people will like hell. My girlfriend's like, I can't take it at night because it gives me a little bit too much energy. Now she didn't do that after the first injection. Now it's built up in her system, right? She's been consistent, but she still will feel a little bit of a little energy boost day of. But I sure as hell notice that, dude. I look in my skin. I don't know. My skin looks tighter. I literally look a little bit younger when I'm actually on it. But that takes a little bit of time. 2 months, and it can be ran long term.
I think that's important, brother. Like, for example, like, again, kind of circling back around, most peptides, we think that you need to run them for a good, I don't know, at least 60, if not 90 days. Give it time to do what the peptide does.
Yeah.
It's not an instant fix. You're not going to get anything right away. Let it compound, let it build up, let it do what it does. And you just got to have some patience when it comes to it. In regards to the question, once again, I wouldn't expect to feel anything instantaneously anyway, but you want to make sure you're getting it from a good provider. Obviously, if you're getting bulk stuff, then you're getting bulk stuff. But NAD is great. I'm glad that you're trying it. Let it build up. Maybe take it every day if you're doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Toy around with it a little bit, man. You can take quite a bit of NAD. So, I've said it numerous times. We're all science projects. It's not one size fits all. Just because your friend feels it here, you need to find where you shine. So that takes a little time.
Yep, it does. And we start low, right? Everybody's tolerance is different. I'd say 5 milligrams. And work your way up by 5 milligram increments, 3 days a week, up to 25. I personally think that like 25 milligrams per injection 3 days a week is a good spot. I know for a fact, I know people who are doing 100 milligrams 3 times a week. I don't know if our body really can accept all of that.
Right, is it waste or what? Maybe.
Yeah, but make sure you're taking enough and stay consistent. It's all. I mean, this stuff with these peptides, you got to be consistent. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle happens.
True that. Don't jump off before you get it. All right. Is VIP a good peptide for sleep apnea? If not, what would you recommend? Sleep. Yeah.
My answer, I don't see any evidence for VIP being a good peptide for sleep apnea. I guess the question may be, what symptoms of sleep apnea do you not like? I mean, what are the major bothering ones? Is it because you are waking yourself up and you're not getting restful sleep? Is it because you're pissing your wife off because you snore a ton and you're being really loud? What are we trying to combat about that sleep apnea? And obviously, all of it, like, let's get rid of all of it, would be awesome. So I would try. Well, I actually just saw a commercial for tirzepatide being marketed, which means it had to have an FDA approval for sleep apnea, which actually kind of blew my mind. And as I looked it up, that seems to be true. So, and personally, I would go with RETA. Okay, it's got the same dang thing that tirzepatide has, right? Same thing, except for just the GCG portion of it is an addition. So that is literally like conclusively studied to make sleep apnea better. Also, what helps with that is losing weight. So maybe that's why.
Maybe that's probably that. So that probably would help. That's probably
that would probably help a lot.
Stop snoring as much.
Yeah. DSIP, Delta Sleep Inducing Peptide, right? If the issue is, hey, I'm not getting enough sleep because I keep waking myself up, well, that will help you get into REM sleep and actually help you get restful sleep for the times that you are asleep. You'll get more restful sleep. And, thymosin alpha helps with inflammation. Oftentimes, well, snoring is due to just inflammation here in your, like, airways. That absolutely might help. Yeah,
I would imagine, like, obviously we don't know, such a vague question, but you know, you're probably in need of losing some weight, as most people that snore heavily are bigger. So try that. Try the Tesamorelin, or actually try the retatrutide. Try that. See if that will work for you, and drop some weight. See if that helps with the snoring. The D-sip, maybe add that in too. There you go. Try those. As always, we circle back around to you got to try it, man. You just got to try some of these things. So there's a suggestion: D-sip and a retatrutide. Try that.
Yep. All right. In your experience with testosterone and finding your correct dosage, have you ever had any side effects in your journey? I'll start.
You want to start? Go for it.
I'll go. I'll do it. Absolutely. Like, yes, there are side effects that come, and we all. You're right to use the right term, journey. Right. We all need to find our own sweet spot. So when we do testosterone, it converts into two different things, which is estrogen and DHT, dihydrotestosterone. Estrogen is the most common symptom. Your main three things that you're looking for is any nipple sensitivity. That's not good. Okay, that's the start of gynecomastia. That means your body is trying to build fat right under your nipple. It's not the fat that you can burn off. It's the fat you have to cut out. And left unchecked, if they are sore and you let them stay sore, you will start to grow fat. Okay. So nipple sensitivity, acne, right? Side effect of acne, you know, nobody wants, especially getting dotted out in your shoulders, back. Right. That's estrogen. I guarantee you that
estrogen blocker will take care of that.
Yep. And water retention. Okay, if you're retaining water everywhere, and you look just a little bit plumper, that's estrogen. Mood swings as well, like more sensitive feeling, like the mood being sensitive, like a woman. That's also estrogen. So those all can be combated with an estrogen blocker and aromatase inhibitor, Arimidex, Aromacin, Letrozole. If I don't know, if you got a real bad problem, yeah, that's strong. But the goal there is basically, hey, we should feel no side effect. You don't want to feel any of those side effects. Okay, if you're feeling those, your estrogen is too high. What you do is you take your AI. Okay, let's call it Arimidex, right? I would take 1 milligram 3 times a week till those symptoms, whatever symptom, if you have one of those or all three, doesn't matter. We don't want any of them. Take it 3 times a week until the symptoms are gone. Okay, go 1 more week, taking three a week to make sure you're stable and they are gone. Then I would slowly, incrementally pull one of those doses. So now we go next week to 2 a week. Okay. Hey, no symptoms? Awesome. Let's pull 1. Let's go to 1 a week. Oh, hey, if a little bit of symptoms came back, well, your sweet spot was probably 2 milligrams, evenly spaced out. You can even take a half a pill, making a half a milligram. The goal is to take as little of the AIs as possible, yet still have no side effects whatsoever.
Right.
Estrogen is your main culprit. DHT, okay? DHT can cause your pores to close up. This is why people lose hair. And it can cause acne because your pores are getting closed up a little bit. It can swell. Your prostate can feel a bit swollen if you're only peeing. If you're peeing, not emptying your bladder fully. Finasteride, dutasteride is the answer there. Although people have some gnarly side effects to those things, like loss of sex drive, like gone completely. I'll notice some DHT issues, mostly because of my prostate being swollen slightly. I take 1 finasteride day 1, day 2, and it's gone. And then I don't have to take it again for another 6 months, so I don't get any side effects. But hell yeah, man, you just got to find your way. Some people, JD, go ahead with your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, for me in particular, it's just, man, from day 1 of me injecting testosterone, it converted to estrogen quickly. I learned it quickly when I was younger and didn't do things properly in my early 20s. You know, when things weren't so readily available to study, nor would I probably have done it anyway. You know, I was running cycles and doing things not properly, and I generated bad gynecomastia. It was horrible. I eventually got it cut out. But even after having it cut out, I still get it. It can come back. For those of you that think that once you get it cut out, it's still there, man. That sucker can still grow. I'm living proof. So I've had to battle that for a long time. And just letting you know that I've had to battle it, and I've had to try a lot of different amounts. Estrogen blocker, it has taken me a long time. I don't even take an AI anymore. My sweet spot is 180 milligrams of testosterone, and I'm good right there. My energy's solid. My sex drive is solid. that's taken me a long time to get to that bottom line. Quite some time. So that's one. Two is your balls can shrink in longevity. If you run testosterone replacement for a longer period, men are known to their balls to shrink, like literally. HCG, if you run testosterone, I think most men should run HCG Monday, Wednesday, Friday anyway. It'll keep you fertile. So for guys like me that my wife keeps pecking in my ear for another baby, I can't even believe she says that. I'm 48 years old, but I run HCG Monday, Wednesday, Friday at a higher dose than most because of that. But two, it helps your balls from not shrinking. If they've shrunk, it's not going to grow them back, but it will help. That's another thing of a negative of testosterone replacement is your balls shrinking. All in all, positives outweigh the negatives. But again, when you're starting this journey, you're not going to know everything overnight. You're a science project. I am a science project. And you have to figure out your own science project, and that takes time. So therefore, I think everybody's goal should be to get to less is more. Like, for example, I used to have to run higher Remedex. I don't have to anymore. I've found my way around that. I don't want to take a Remedex if I don't have to. But that's taken a lot of time. Again, put in the time, take it slow. If you're just starting TRT, maybe start like 150 milligrams. Most doctors prescribe 200 milligrams. Most. I'm just saying most. And not everybody does well at 200 testosterone, a week. So I'd start low, try it for 3 weeks, see how you feel. Again, as Will said, if you start getting sensitive in your nipple, itchy in your nipple, like if somebody rubs against your nipple, you're starting to get gynecomastia, and trust me, you don't want it. So Remedex is going to be what you want with that stuff.
Yeah, and I can attest to JD, yeah, and the more testosterone you run, the more estrogen you're going to create.
100%.
Like JD says he doesn't take an estrogen blocker anymore. It's because he just doesn't run high doses of testosterone. Okay, so if you keep, some people can manage it with estrogen blockers, some can't. Right, generally. 400 mgs a week is kind of the anabolic threshold. That's when we're talking like a steroid dose, right? Where people think of steroids. Like, you're going to start to need an estrogen blocker. A lot of people will not need one if you're running less than 400, okay? It's up to everybody. Also, yeah, man, this journey, right? I've had times where I've taken too much of the estrogen blockers, okay? Or taken it too early where I didn't need it. And now what it is doing is killing off all the estrogen we need some estrogen. Okay. So now it killed off all of my estrogen, and my body fought back and started saying, well, shit, I need more. Right. And now it's working twice as hard to create estrogen. I shot myself in the foot, and the answer there was to just stop the cycle of trying to kill it off. I actually had to just lower the test, stop the estrogen blockers, let my body balance itself out. Okay, and it stopped making so much estrogen just by stopping the estrogen blockers, to be honest. Also, hey, yeah, there is a thing as taking too many estrogen blockers. Okay, you will notice kind of the opposite side of it. Your sex drive will be like non-existent if you have no estrogen. Joints will start hurting. You won't have any water. Your joints will hurt because you're purging all of your water. Right? We need to retain a little bit of water. Joints will start hurting. A little bit of fatigue and cardiovascular letdown. If you start getting winded too fast, walking up the stairs when you shouldn't be, you probably crashed your estrogen. So there's some things to manage, dude, and you're messing with your hormones. So less is more, like he said, right?
Always.
Start small. Don't save $5 and buy some shit off of somebody in their garage because it was $5 cheaper. It's just dumb. This is stuff, you're messing with your own hormones, man. Get good stuff if you're going to do it, and start small.
Go, baby. What's up, Warriors? Where do you guys get your HGH? What brand do you use? I've been looking online to see Somatropin is the generic name, but I see different brand names starting. They help with different deficiencies. Thanks for the input. Follow-up question, JD. How does it my eyes are so bad. JD, did these surgeries recover compared to your previous surgery? I'll take that part, and Will, you can take the second part. Great question. Thanks for asking. I've had 4 back surgeries. I took I've had 3 microdiscectomies, and I've had a fusion. this doctor, I sat with a lot of doctors this time. I interviewed a lot of doctors, and I did say interview. I wanted a good doctor, and he actually took the screws and the bolts out of my fusion from 13 years ago. But here's the thing, guys. I know a lot of people are against surgery. I am not. I was in really bad pain for 2 months. I mean, Will knows he saw it every day. I muscled through it. I'm a pretty. I go to work and still work 12-hour days, but man, I was in pain. It really was affecting me, and I didn't know until I had the surgery, until I realized my mindset was off. So yeah, I think people should probably get the surgery instead of staying in that horrible, horrible, horrible pain. I woke up and was like, but I did a lot to do the recovery. I took a ton of TB500 BPC blend, a ton, like a high doses. I went into a hyperbarics chamber for 5 days. I fasted more than I fasted. And even the doctor, when I talked to him last, he was just blown away by how fast I was healing. So I was trying to help. I was trying to expedite it. So thanks for your question. I think some people, if you're in really bad pain in your back, I think the discectomy is not that big of a deal, guys.
Yeah, agreed. So quickly, I've had a double discectomy in my S1L5 disc and my L4L5 disc, and I wish I would not have waited so damn long to take the surgery.
Hell yeah. I know.
2 epidurals put in me. I was at a point, my bottom of my foot was like, the pain was all the way down there. I was fucking miserable. And I had this done 10 years ago. My recovery was not good.
Really?
Because, well, I dealt with the pain for too long, right? And just kind of drank alcohol over it, right? Their pain pills didn't do anything to me. So I had a actual like visible nick in my nerve, they said, and just nerves take forever to heal. So, but apparently the technology has gotten a lot better since I had mine. And dude, I know people, like, I mean, your recovery is crazy. You look like you were never hurting and you were miserable for a long time before that. So I'm a fan of surgeries. I don't know. I guess maybe it's because I've never had anything bad happen in a surgery, right?
Yeah, true. Like,
I get it.
Not bad. Like, I took the time to get the right surgeon. I basically, for lack of a better way to say it, I turned down 5 guys that were different and they were more aggressive. And this guy was subtle. He was calm, and like, I knew he was my guy.
Yeah, that's
I knew
cool,
he was
man.
my guy. So,
I even had my whole stomach lined with metal mesh to try to fix what they thought was inguinal hernia, and they woke me up and they said, "Well, we couldn't find any hernia, but we put the metal mesh in both sides of your lower stomach." Like, great. Well, it still hurts in the same exact place, and literally I went to Beverly Hills surgeons to try to find how can I fix this sports hernia. The only solution was a non-insurance option in Philadelphia, where all the pro athletes go. And or clip my nerve, which is right down there. And I wasn't willing to have that happen. So I did some hip loosening exercises and did a heavy round of TB500, and it healed amazing after 10 years, dude. I couldn't even roll over in bed at night without like lifting my own leg. Fucking healed, a miracle. All right, back to your question about the serostim. Yeah.
You can DM if you need some. I can give you some guidance on the places that I know, but just DM me on my Instagram.
Yeah. DM him on your questions about the HGH and where to get it. But somatropin is the generic name for all of this recombinant human growth hormone. Okay, they're all somatropins. What you see, serostim, gentropin, norditropin, right? Those are brand names, like patented names by different companies.
Right.
And you may see, it's for this deficiency. Well, it's because they did their FDA testing, right? They spent their money to get FDA approved on this specific little condition, right? So they can post that in their marketing materials. But really, it's all the same thing. The only difference of what's a patented different name is just because of the delivery system, right? Like, serostim, it's somatropin that comes in lyophilized powder vials that you need to add your own, bacteriostatic water to. Okay, norditrope, I forget the name, but that comes in a injectable pen. Same drug, different delivery system, does the same thing. So that's it. As long as you get good somatropin that is backed and tested and legitimate, then you should be just fine. It's all the same. All that matters is how much you give yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good one.
Good. I'll read this one. So, Warriors, I recently started my peptide research and have been keeping a journal of my peptide dosages and effects I feel and see. I went online to see if there's a timetable or timeline of peptide taking effect or when I should feel the effects, right? I found your podcast is the most informative thus far. Good. My question is, to your knowledge, do you know of any personal journal that have been published or posted so I can compare my notes? Thank you for your time and answer. I will answer the last part. So I don't know of any, specific journal. First of all of the dosages and timelines are different for every single peptide, so there's no generic answer. If you go onto Reddit, which I'm sure that you probably have, there are a ton of people who are sharing their own personal results now, and some of that can be helpful, but just realize that everybody's posting their own personal opinion, similar to what JD and I are doing, so take that for what it's worth, but they are telling you, I guess, what happened to them, and don't take that as bond forever, right? Like just because they experience one thing doesn't mean that that's what the drug does. That's what the peptide does for everybody.
This is what it does.
Yeah, that's what people say. Hey, since it happened to me, this is what it does every single time to everybody, right? Don't do that, right? Everybody's different, bodies are different. There's a good website, peptideresearchinstitute.org. That has a lot of different peptides and information on dosages and how long you should take it, etc. Check that out. But I can't be more helpful on specifics for every single peptide. It's tough. It's a lot of information.
There's a lot on that website. Check that out.
Yeah.
Does anyone else's L-carnitine draw into insulin syringe slow? I try letting it get to the room temperature, but it doesn't seem to help. Maybe it's just a thicker pep. Any suggestions? Yeah, I have used it many times. It's a great peptide. No, don't try it in an insulin syringe. You'll be here till Christmas. Use a typical syringe that you would use for your testosterone. What I do, like last week, I showed you the draw pin. I use a draw pin to get out the peptide into and I do 1 mil. That's a lot, 1 mil, and then I switch it to a shoulder pin, but I don't put it in my shoulder. I put it in the top of my butt, and that's how I do L-carnitine. So no, I suggest you do not use insulin. It's not. It'll take forever. Too long.
Yeah, it is just it's the nature of the beast, dude. It's a thicker compound that isn't going to draw out through that tiny little needle.
I mean, anybody that's going to try L-carnitine, man, I mean, I love it. It's such a great peptide. I mean, it does so good. But, man, to be honest with you, pinning 1 mil every day, it gets old real quick.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Switch the sites. Shoulders, glutes, and even like last time that we filmed, right? You could use an insulin pin, but you better backfill it. Drawing through that with just the suction of the plunger is not going to be helpful. You may want to draw it with a bigger pin. Pull the plunger out, backfill the insulin one. But I don't know. I mean, the shoulder pin is really dang small. 27 gauge, half inch. That's generally shoulder one. He can do it in his glute because he's friggin' lean. But if you have some fat on your glutes, right, and you're only using a half-inch pin, you better depress your skin a lot and make sure it gets into the muscle. Okay?
Here you go.
All right. Thoughts on effectiveness of Tesamorelin?
Let me take it. Well,
Sure.
Tesamorelin, I mean, anybody, I mean, there's so many secretagogues. I mean, that would probably be the least of my favorites. So my thoughts on it is there's better ones. Matter of opinion, as you could ask 10 guys and get 10 different. I mean, again, circling back around, try them all. Try them all for a while. I would say the secretagogues, try each one for 90 days. Those you should run for 90 days.
Yeah.
Will you notice a difference on any? I don't know. I mean, I can tell you Tesamorelin, for me, helps me sleep better. If I'm going to choose a secretagogue, I personally choose the Tesamorelin because it does focus in right on that belly fat. Why would we not? They all do a little bit the same thing a little bit differently. So that's why you want to try them, and everybody's body's different, so they might respond to them differently. But to circle back to your question, thoughts on effectiveness, I think it's great. Try it. I think there's better ones.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. So Tesamorelin is a GHRH. just like Tesamorelin is, unlike like Ipaborelin or even MK677, which is really a non-peptide secretagogue, but it's a growth hormone releasing hormone, okay? And it is just, yeah, it's not as strong as Tesamorelin. It does basically the same things, but I would choose Tesamorelin more. Tesamorelin's going to be more expensive for sure. Sermorelin will be more like your natural growth hormone because it's, well, not as strong. It's a little bit faster acting in just like our pulses, even though Tesamorelin does that too. But I don't know. It's a little bit slower acting, but still a faster acting one. So I've also read a lot of literature and saying that Sermorelin may increase libido a bit better. Frankly, I can't really explain the science, and I don't know why or if that's even true.
I don't think.
But I don't know. There's my thoughts. There's Tesamorelin's better,
Easy peasy.
but
Yeah,
try
I'm
it
all.
out, man. Try everything out.
I'm all. All right. Good morning. I'm looking for a peptide. Can you help me? That helps me feel better. I'm looking for a shop in Orange County. Well, guys, just on that guy, just shoot me a DM if you follow me. I'm sure you're following me on Instagram. I can maybe answer that question. It's a little bit vague, but just shoot me a DM and I can probably answer that a little bit better. Cool, dude. Well, we went a little longer than usual, but that was awesome. Will's back. It's good to have him back. And shoot, man, I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll catch you. What next Tuesday? We'll be recording the peptide of the week, and it'll drop on I think Thursday. So,
Yeah.
hope everybody has an amazing rest of their weekend. What do you got, Will? Anything else?
Thank you. I'm happy to hear that people are being helped through what we do, right? And answer a lot of questions. I know it is tough out there on the internet, right? Everybody's got their own opinion. It's tough to find, and again, we're just giving our opinion, but I like to think that we've done a lot of research on
Sure.
ourselves and witnessed thousands of people.
A lot of people.
Please keep coming with the questions. We're
Keep
happy to
coming with
answer, man. I
questions.
mean, we believe in this stuff. I absolutely believe in it. I know this stuff is great and works for you, me, and yeah, keep using it, dude. We're happy to help.
Love it, man. We will catch you guys on the flip side. Everybody, take care.
Good night.